Hello. Record. I think we're online.
He put on the floor.
I'm not prepared for this at all.
It's okay. We got it.
Ooh, here I am once again, feeling lost, but now and then I breathe it in to let it go. What?
And you don't know where you are now, and what it will come to if only somebody
could hear. Welcome back to the SSP podcast. I'm your host Kyle Poselero with
Kayla, Jinju,
Paolo.
Episode 3. But wait, no, this might be 4. I'm not gonna lie. This is 4.
Episode 4. With 4 mics.
We actually have 4 mics this time.
You guys see something? We have 4 mics, and then we have a sign.
Yeah.
Guys, I have a question. What should we name him?
I don't know. I feel like that's our mascot.
He has hot takes.
He does.
Want to share?
Damn! For the viewers who are listening on Spotify, it is our pet panda, our stuffed animal.
He's so cute.
He's really cute.
All right.
Guys, how was your week? How's it been? It's like what, Monday? Just started?
I feel like it hasn't. Oh my god, this whole weekend has been all social interactions with like so many people.
With the same people.
Oh my god.
So sick of these
I mean,
people.
not that it's bad or anything. It's just that I've been talking like a lot.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
social battery's like kind of dead.
Yeah.
No, literally, I came home yesterday and I was like done. Paulo went to like this like little house function thing. I was out by 20 minutes, bro. I could not be there. It was so bad. But other than that, you guys have a good week? School?
Oh my god.
School, don't get me started.
Dude, school fucking sucks, bro.
Dude,
Am I the only one that's
me and Kyle were supposed to go out on Friday. We stayed in and did homework.
Yeah,
and went to
guys.
sleep.
Okay,
So
scholars.
we were supposed to go to this
Studious
Latin
athlete.
party.
We're losers.
We were supposed to go to this Latin party, but then literally we started at 8:30. We didn't finish our
Friday?
freaking homework. Yeah.
Were you supposed to go to Barbie?
Yeah.
I was gonna go to Barbie.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't go to Barbie.
But we literally did homework until 1 a.m., bro.
One.
Jeez.
If you didn't know, we're engineers. So yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yo, me and Kyle just sit there flip at the same time.
My work is just a bunch of reading. But I was telling Jinju and Paulo in the car that like I'm the type of reader where I have to read it over and over again to actually understand it. So it really takes a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like bugs.
I don't like books either.
What?
It's
I
all
love bugs.
reading.
What the heck?
Because sociology is just all reading.
That's true. Yeah,
Ooh.
that is.
Like it's just like comprehending it and applying it.
Oh, did you guys? I got ready for this podcast to look pretty. Did you guys do the same thing, or am I the only one that did
I
that?
think you're the only one. I literally. I put on a t-shirt and shorts and call it a day.
No, Kyle, it's okay. I did my makeup.
I
Yeah,
rose from
so
bed
did
and like
I.
walked straight here, bro.
Because we came straight from the gym.
Yeah. Oh my! Don't even get me started, bro. I did Kayla's workout today. Fuck that, bro. Fuck legs. It's just like, oh my gosh, we did squats, RDL. Forget. I don't even know what we were doing,
We
bro.
did.
I was just trying to live.
We did back squats, RDLs, goblet squats. Yes, we did
Damn.
goblet and
Yeah,
back
goblet.
squats.
Oh shit.
We did leg press and hip abductors, and we were gonna do hip thrust and do 777, but the line was
Fuck
really
that.
long.
Fuck hip
Damn.
thrust.
Yeah.
No, but literally, we were doing goblet squat. My third set, I looked like I was about to pass out, and I see like them, like my roommate and Kayla were just looking at me like, damn, he's
I
gonna
was
die.
like, drink water. Are you okay?
Yeah, that
You
literally
see
happens
his
to me all the time. But yeah, that's my week so far. Low-key, it's been ass. Too much stuff going on.
Dude, we
Sure, yeah.
needed this Monday off.
Yeah, we really
They're
did.
like
Like,
all.
thank God.
The three of them are so busy with the Chinese club, and then I'm busy with my dance team.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we never see Kayla anymore.
I know.
We miss you, Kayla.
we don't.
honestly we see each other through the pod, and it's kind of nice.
Yeah. That's
But
why I
yeah.
like doing this. Yeah.
I think it's low-key kind of a reset just to come on the pod and just talk.
Exactly.
And
You know,
it's
kind
like-
of chill.
Yeah, it's
No
really
pressure.
nice. No pressure.
Exactly. No, the freaking like we had to talk to like a sort like all sorts of different freshmen, try and like you know be
Yeah.
like our most social self and most outgoing self. So this is like a little more chill.
Like, we had to bump our social battery to like 110%.
No, actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
For the past 4 days. or
Yeah.
so.
But it feels
I think so,
nice just
yeah.
like coming on here and just talking to my friends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talking about random shit.
Yeah. All right. I heard from a little birdie that Kayla has some questions for us.
I do have some
what's
questions.
going on?
So
Shoot.
most of the questions I have are about breakups. You know,
It's a breakup topic. You already know what it is.
Alright.
No.
because we've been talking about relationships and stuff lately on our
Right,
episodes.
yeah.
But
Oh yeah, you guys have been killing it, guys. All the viewers, thank
Love
you,
you.
thank
No,
you for watching
actually,
us. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are insane.
okay,
Oh yeah, we've been also getting a lot of hate on the TikTok clip. That's so funny.
People are like, this is why not everyone should.
We're working on it, guys.
funny.
We're working
That's all
on
cool.
it.
We just,
Like, bro, we just started.
No,
We
yeah,
just
we're just
started.
chilling too. We're just doing this for fun. So that was
Yeah.
fun.
Okay,
It's all cool.
question 1.
Question 1.
What do you guys do after a breakup? Do you stay in contact? Do you go no contact? Do you block them? Do you still see them? What do you do? We can go left to right.
Oh, we're going left to right. I'm
okay,
in the hot seat right now.
You are in the hot seat.
Okay.
I was on the hot seat.
The real answer that I feel like you should pick is no contact, but realistically, it's hard. It's hard not to go no contact, but I think for the most part, I would go no contact if I'm trying to break up or like if I'm going through a breakup. What about you?
For me, I've been in situations where I've been in a breakup and we stayed in contact, and it's really hard. Now and in future situations, I would do no contact.
Yeah.
I would only block them if it was like really like taxing on me to see their stuff on social media.
I feel like you kind of need to block them in order to like fully move on though.
Yeah, because how are you supposed to get over somebody if you're talking to them every day?
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
facts.
You know
Well,
what I
I feel like
mean?
if you block them, they can like see that. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, they can.
Nah,
they can see that.
I mean,
don't
yeah,
block
yeah,
them. Let them see how you're doing.
Oh yeah, let them see you thrive.
Let them see you thriving.
But I
Thrive
feel like,
from a distance.
I feel like for the most part, like if you're going through a breakup, then you shouldn't really worry about the other person and like wanting them to see what you're doing well. I feel like a lot of the times, like we get caught up in like, oh, I'm doing better, but are you really though?
See, like, what you're saying is valid, but at the same time, it's really hard not to worry about, or just not worry, but it's really hard not to think about what the other person is doing.
No, yeah.
Right? Or like thinking like, oh, I wonder if they feel like this too, or if they feel like that too. You know, because especially if they were like, if you guys were together for a really long time, like it's a very big difference, like going from talking to each other every day to just like, what is it called? Like
No contact.
cold
No contact.
turkey, like
Cold turkey?
just
Cold
like
turkey?
like when people like quit
Like the
stuff.
bowling term?
Oh, okay.
Right away.
Okay.
Guys, sorry, I don't know.
You know the turkey from bowling. Never
Turkey
mind. I'm so
bowl?
sorry.
Oh,
No, you don't like turkey.
that was so corny, bro.
You a cornball.
Anyways,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah.
I-
but-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. For me, I'll do no contact lately because I've been like in my past breakups, I've been the one that broke up with them. So like, or like I broke up with them for a reason.
I'm only gonna break your heart.
No, I would do no contact too until
Neo.
yeah.
Wait, no, it's Tayo Cruz. Go ahead. I'm so sorry. I'm
No.
having too much fun with this.
No, I'll do no contact too because I feel like if you do contact, like I said, like they said before, it'll be hard to move on.
Yeah.
How about you, Paolo?
Definitely no contact.
Bro, Paulo's strict with this shit, bro.
Paolo's like,
He hella,
Bro,
he
we
hella
straight,
strict.
bro.
He hella strict with this shit, bro.
No, but like, yeah, you should do no contact because that's like painful for both parties, honestly.
Yeah.
And personally, like, I could like just like lock in and try to like just move on completely. Like, I remember the first time I broke up with my ex way back when,
Way back when.
the good old days.
Back in my prime.
Yeah, but yeah, I literally like took everything down like related to them and all that, and literally like hid their stories and all that because I just did not want to see what they were doing. I just wanted to like focus on myself. Went to the gym, all that.
I feel like you really need that in order to move on.
in reality, no contact will help you move on the best, but
Yeah.
no contact is also
The
really,
hardest.
really,
Yeah.
Really
difficult.
hard.
Yeah.
So difficult,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't judge people or blame people if they aren't in no contact.
No, yeah.
Because it's hard.
It is really hard.
Oh god, I feel like it wasn't hard for me.
Oh. No, it's because Jinju the heartbreaker.
Because
for
Jinju
real.
a heartbreaker,
Ginger has
yo.
no
That's a clip.
feelings.
That's a clip. Clip it, chat. No, but yeah,
Ginger's like, "Hey,
I feel like yeah,
She's like,
no,
I'm chilling.
no contact is really hard, and especially if you were with that person every day of your life, I feel like you become that. You know that codependency, like you know how it's unhealthy sometimes. A lot of couples are like that. It's like a natural thing, and then you go from that to like not talking ever again.
no,
Freaking
yeah,
sucks.
like that's just like really like that's a drastic change."
Because
Yeah.
it's like if you had a healthy relationship with that person, you didn't only lose like your significant. You didn't only lose your significant other. You also lost your best friend.
Yeah,
And I think that is one of the hardest parts because you go from like talking to somebody every day and like every night like you catch up and talk about what you did for that day, and then out of nowhere it's like you don't talk with that person anymore, and you really don't know what they're up to, and all you can do is hope for the best.
Now, how long do you think you should go no contact for? Or do you think
I was
like
just about to ask that.
like do you think like, oh, we're done for good, we're never speaking ever again?
I think it's good. I can't, you can't put a time frame on that, to be honest.
No, yeah, you can't put a time
Yeah,
frame
it's
on
more like if you know that both of you guys have moved on completely from your relationship or your past relationship, then you guys know like, hey, like it's okay to like even like be in a little bit of contact and like like start off as friends. But no, there's no time frame for
Yeah,
that.
you can't really be like, oh, like after 8 months I can talk to him again or her again. Like, you know, it just kind of just happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that leaving a breakup off at like, oh, like maybe we'll get back together in the future is a little bit harmful, because when you're in no contact, you are in no contact, but at the same time in the back of your head you're thinking like, oh, like maybe I'll talk to them again sometime soon, you know, but you don't want to hope for that. So no contact should just be no contact.
Yeah. I feel like it's a really touchy subject, but when do you think like you should, like, when's too short of a time like to come back?
I think it depends on how long you were with that person and how serious it was.
Yeah.
Honestly, if it was a long-term relationship, 6 months is too early.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think that 6 months was too short if it was like you were dating somebody for like 4 years.
Yeah, like that's not enough time to like figure yourself out and grow, like and move away from that person.
That's like years off your life, basically.
Yeah, you spend like every day with that person for like a certain amount of time, and it's like, let's say you get together when you're like 16 and then you guys break up when you're like 19 or 20. You literally spent a whole quarter of your life with them. That's like really crazy to think about, and then boom, gone.
Yeah,
and plus, like, people don't change that quickly.
Yeah,
it doesn't take 6 months, like half a year to change.
People
like,
only change when they want to change. And
that's
like,
true.
If anyone out there is struggling with no contact, try to think of it as, you know, if you break no contact and you talk to this person, whoever this person is not the same person that you dated.
Yeah.
This is a single version of themselves that you haven't known for a couple months or a couple weeks or whatever it is. And when you talk to them, it's not going to be the same. So either like, it'll probably just make you sad, you know, thinking about the fact that like, oh, like I really don't know who this person is.
I feel like if you go no contact and like you finally move on and then you see the person again, shit,
I don't know you.
Have you guys ever ran into an ex after a breakup unintentionally?
Yes.
Actually, I have, yeah.
And like avoided them, like ran the other way. Wow.
The school count.
Did you avoid them?
Yes. I remember like the first time because it was we broke up during COVID. So the first time I saw her was when we came back to school for like you know, like hybrid like classes. And I remember like I was like walking from like my Spanish class, walked out, around the corner she comes by. We made eye contact and I immediately looked down.
Oh, that's the worst. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. I'm so bad at eye contact. Like I feel like I'm kind of an awkward person. I hate like no, I hate looking at people for a long time because I feel like I don't know.
Do you feel awkward?
I feel not really awkward. I'm just like, oh, is there something on my face? Or like, do I look ugly and shit?
What, do you like keep eye contact with them for like a long ass?
No,
like,
that's
uncomfortable
weird.
amount of time.
That's so weird. I can't imagine doing like this, like looking at you for like a solid 15. Yeah, you have to look away because it's so awkward.
No, because like so like let's say I'm your ex, right? And you just like you're just gonna be like,
bro.
No, don't look at me like that.
Scared. Why'd you just do that?
No, yeah, I'd be scared too. I'd be scared, yeah.
Yeah. Would you guys say you're good at eye contact?
I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty good at eye
Yeah.
contact.
I'm terrible.
I think
I look into your soul.
I think when it comes to people I know and people that like know me, I'm pretty good at it. But when it comes to like some random person, like I'm fine with eye contact, but it's just like I can't do it for a long time because like I don't know what you're thinking. I can't read your vibe yet.
Do you do that thing where like you walk by a stranger and like you guys make eye contact?
Yes.
But like I smile. Like I'm like I smile because like, it's being like friendly, so I smile. No, not like that.
I hate you know when you like
Bitches
look at
is
a
crazy.
girl.
The bitch is crazy.
Oh my god.
It's a TikTok thing.
You know when you like look, okay, Jinju, have you ever experienced this? Like you look at a girl and you'll smile at her and like because you think she's pretty and she'll just be like,
No, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Like why
Girls
would I
are
do that?
mean,
Nice.
bro.
We're being
Why do you
nice
do
and
that?
you're giving me an attitude all of a sudden. Like what? Like okay, no.
Girls are mean.
Yeah, guys would be like, yo.
Guys are mean too.
No, guys be like, "Hey, what's up, bro? What up, Bruda?" No, do you do the thing where like you do this if you know them?
That's such
but
a
if
guy thing.
Oh, it's a guy thing.
I go
yeah.
like,
if you know them, okay. I've noticed if I know them, I go like this, but if I don't, I go like this.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw that before.
And
I
then-
didn't think that was like a
And then I saw it on a TikTok, right, or
Uh-huh.
like something like that, and I'm like, shit, I'm kind of conscious about that now. So I try to like, if I don't know them, I go like this. I try to go like that, so like
Really?
it doesn't seem like I'm a dick.
I mean, I feel like guys don't really like. I feel like you guys don't even pay attention. Like it's like a one, like half a second interaction.
Yeah, I'll
they
be like,
won't
hey, what's up? Or like if I don't know you, hey, what's up? But yeah,
Okay, I have another question.
she got more
Gotta
questions.
get a little deep, guys.
oh man.
Who do you
Even
want in the hot
deeper.
seat?
So I'm not gonna lie. It's just me or the signs like cricket or not.
The sign's like really bright.
That's what I'm saying. I was looking at that a while ago. Like,
No, I'm looking at the TV and it looks cricket, but I'm looking at the camera. I think it looks
I can't
straight.
even read what it says in the camera.
It says just
Just
relax,
relax.
guys. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can.
It's fine, guys.
Stop talking about the camera.
I know, but I'm telling the viewers it's just relax.
It's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
works.
Yeah,
It's
guys,
in the
just
works.
Yeah,
relax.
that's
Just
right.
relax.
Okay, this
Yeah.
question's a little deep, but
Oh my gosh.
have you guys ever been in love?
No.
And if you have, or like if you have and you're not with them anymore, do you think people ever get over their first love, or do they just slowly kind of get used to the
Let's go right to
feeling?
left this time.
Yeah. It's all,
Like, if you guys have been in love, right? First answer that, and then do you believe that people genuinely get over their first love, or is it they just kind of?
I'm so sorry. I thought of the do you know the 90-day fiance thing? There was like this girl who was like who was always FaceTiming this guy, and then he was like he went to the dentist. He was on the FaceTime with he was on the FaceTime with like his girlfriend, and then when the dentist came, he's like, is she your first love? And he's like, no. And then she started crying her eyes out. She's like, you don't love me. Yeah, she was Filipino.
I've never seen this. I've never seen
Kayla, you don't have a mic
hey,
right
man,
now.
I'll be getting the weirdest
I
content.
saw that.
Dude, chill. Okay, go, Paulo.
All right, let's start from the semi-right to the left.
That makes no sense. What? Just
All right, Jinju, let's go.
Paulo, let's go. You're right.
What was the question?
The question was,
Have you been in love?
for the third time, have you ever been in love? And if you have, do you ever think people get over their first love, or do they kind of get used to the feeling?
I feel like yes, I have been in love. First question. Second question.
Ay, chismoso. Ay, kawa. Ay.
Oe mo.
Joy.
Second question.
No one's Viet but me.
I'm Viet.
Wait, I thought you're Filipino.
Guys, not this again.
She's swagapino.
Swagapino. Anyway, second question. I think you don't really like get over the first.
I'm sorry.
Bro, stop interrupting me, bro. I'm getting deeper now. Anyways, I think there's always that special place in your heart for that person. It's just like a little suppressed after the breakup and all that. Like, I think with my ex, like, you know, I still have a lot of respect for her and all that. I don't think I still have a crush on her and all that, you know.
Yeah,
I'm not hung up on her anymore, but you know, she still has a special place in my heart because of all the memories we made together.
But do you think you can't get over, like, you can't move past like the memories, or like move past the person?
Oh no, I moved past the person.
both.
I still cherish the memories, obviously.
Okay.
You know, like it was good times. It made me happy.
Yeah.
You know, but like I can still like talk to another girl without thinking about her. You know.
No, wait. I'm sorry, but like, do you think that you need to have a crush on your girlfriend? I know this is random, but like I heard you say I don't have a crush on her anymore. But do you think you need to have a crush on your girlfriend
I mean,
or significant other?
I think that once it gets past like after like you actually start dating them and things like that, instead of it being a crush, it's like I like you.
Or like I
'Cause
love you. Like
a crush isn't like feelings for somebody. A crush is like, oh, I think you're cute. Like I think you're
it's
cool. I want to
physical
talk to
attraction.
you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's physical
like
attraction.
remember we talked about this and like I was like there was a difference between crush and like.
Oh,
you know?
there's
like
like a
having
big
feelings
difference.
for- There's a
There's
difference
big
between having a
difference.
crush on somebody and being like, I have feelings for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There's a
crush,
big
crush is more like
difference.
you have attraction towards them.
Exactly.
Like is
Okay.
like you
Yeah.
like their personality and all like the overall them.
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
Jinju, your turn.
I'm gonna sound very cheesy because I'm in a relationship right now.
You guys remember Bryan? Yeah.
The bald guy. The
episode
bald
one
guy.
with
He the bald guy.
He was like,
Dude.
with the buzz cut.
Oh, you guys haven't seen his new hair.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, wait,
yeah.
wait. Actually, you will see it. This is the episode after.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
will
Oh,
see
yeah,
his
okay.
hair.
He has
I-
stripes now.
It
He's
was
so
like tiger.
hot.
It was like
Tacky.
tiger.
Go ahead, Jinji.
Anyways, okay, so I will say yes, I have been in love before. Like I had like my first love before I did date Bryan, but I will say, like, I don't. Since this was like
Hey,
for
be
me like a
careful.
high school, it was like a high school thing for me. So like the love that I have with Bryan, the love that I experience with him now is nothing compared to what I had before. So I do feel like.
In what sense, though?
Like connection wise and like how much like our whole relationship overall, like I feel like
It's like a different type of love.
it is no it's like yeah, literally it's like different, it's stronger, it's like more
Oh, stronger.
real.
Aww.
It's more real. So like I can't even say like before like that I had my first love because of like before I feel like I had my first love, but then I'm like with my relationship with Bryan and I'm like, okay, like my love, like this is not what my past relationship was like. This is like so much more real, so much more stronger, you know. It's not like, so I do feel like a first love or thing like that is like having love with someone or like being in love with someone in your relationship can feel different but just depending on what relationship you're in, like, or in
Do you
each
think
relationship.
like what you perceived as your first love before was more of like puppy love, and this one is like first love?
Kind of, yeah, actually, yeah.
That's valid.
Because through the way I'm like thinking about it, or the way the relationship that I'm in right now is like, it's just a lot more real, a lot more stronger. It's because it's also because that of our age is a lot more real, a lot more stronger too. So that's another thing.
Yeah, I feel like you guys know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
You guys are really healthy. I will say that. You guys
Mhm.
are really healthy and very
Yeah.
mature. I think same goes for me. I don't, like, I have been in love. I don't really know what it's like to, like, love another person. And it's really hard to know if, like, if you truly will get over your first love, because honestly, I really wouldn't know. Because if I'm being honest, I'm not over my first love. Just to put that out there.
Okay.
But yeah, keep it short, sweet. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
But that's very true. Yeah, it's not like you can compare or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like, you know.
My first love.
Jinju's situation, she can compare because like she's had like that first puppy love, and like now her relationship now is like she said is a lot stronger.
I was talking about this with Paolo the other night. We stayed up until like 5 a.m. talking. I swear, if we recorded that would have gotten 1 million views. And we were like, you know, Jinju's actually very emotionally mature. Because we were talking about how like you seem like you have more experience when it comes to like love, relationships, and just like things in general, like life. And like comparing to me, like I haven't been through more stuff than you. Like I've been through a little less. And so I'm a little more naive when it comes to love. And I feel like you're very mature when it comes to like relationships and just like emotions in general.
No, yeah, we were talking. We were like, I feel like Jinju has like gone through like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like she's experienced so much that it just like molded her into like this mature person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that. Actually, yeah, I do agree with that. Because, I don't know, there's like a reason why people come for me for advice, and like a reason why I like give my best or try to give my best advice.
I'm one of those people.
So,
Come here.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Are we ready for the next question?
No, bro.
Oh.
Oh, what? He said no. He said,
Bro, no, bro.
he said no.
I'm so my feelings.
Missing
I think it's just funny that like Jinju is like so like emotionally mature and all that, and then she's like, and she makes a wrong turn. she's like
so
Jinju
mature, but then she's like,
Guys, Jinju and I are just a little directionally challenged.
Bro, literally this morning when going to the podcast here, I was like, Jinju, like, cause we were like, she's like, we were coming from my street, right? We're trying to get on my street. I was like, alright, Jinju, just make a left. She was like, oh yeah, let's make a left. Motherfucker makes a right, bro.
Guys, Jinju got her dino nuggies. I gave them to her.
Oh, yeah.
She got her dino nuggies.
They were in Kat and I's apartment for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
crazy.
Okay, next question.
Yeah. Oh, guys, if if you guys have any questions for us, leave it in the comments below. Like,
Well, actually,
we're always willing to see what our subscribers want to hear.
For
Subscribe.
And we'll be honest. Like,
Yep.
give an honest answer.
And we're relatable too, guys. Like, we're
For
normal
real.
humans.
Okay, next
Most of
question.
us.
Do you guys feel like you need closure after a breakup? And do you feel like closure is just an excuse to see your ex again?
Ooh, we're going in some touchy waters.
So start left to right.
Me personally, I feel like enclosure is nice, but I feel like I don't need it to move on, you know? Because I've been in a relationship where I didn't get closure and I was fine. I just needed time. I think if you don't have closure, then that means it will take longer for you to move on. And I don't necessarily think it's an excuse to see your ex, but it's nice to have the closure.
I feel like we all know where closure leads to.
Yeah.
When you're like, hey, can we talk again one more time? Because then you keep telling yourself, like, that's the last time you're going to... You keep telling them that, like, this is the last time we're going to see each other, but is it ever really the last time? You know? And for me, I think, like, having a talk with your ex-significant other about, you know, why this didn't work and why you don't see it working in the future can be helpful to, like, the healing process and moving on. But also in my personal experience, I just feel like no matter how many times I would talk to that person, I would still have questions unanswered. And I would still have questions in my mind that'll pop up every now and then where I would be like, oh shoot, I should have asked this, I should have said this, I should have done that. But I feel like that's normal. Like no matter how much you talk to that person, you're always gonna have questions unanswered.
Yeah, for sure.
No, yeah, I feel like in the moment, like, I don't know what I want for closure. Like, yeah, there's so many questions in my mind, like, after the breakup, that, like, whenever, like, let's say we do have, like, the closure talk, I always feel like a little unsatisfied. Like, some of my answers were not questioned, or, like, some of the things I wanted to hear was not said.
Or you, like, leave, like, regretting not saying certain things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys. I just realized we can't go to Taco Fest next week.
Wait, why?
Why?
We have concessions. Oh my gosh,
I have
bro.
dope deliberations from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So,
What kind of... Wait, really? We can't go?
I don't
Wait,
know. I
did
don't
you
think
sign up
so.
for that concession? Because I don't know what thing I... Oh, whatever. I don't know what signed up for.
Okay, sorry. Carry on.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry. Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, what was the question?
oh, the closure was...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Okay. The closure was... Anyways, okay. I don't think closure is something that you need. Maybe... I mean, I've never, like, I don't know, because I don't have, like, too much, I feel like I don't have that much experience, because when I break up with a person, or when I did go through a breakup, it was more like I want to heal for myself. Like, I will move on by myself, I'll fix this, I'll gather my emotions, I'll deal with my emotions myself. Like, I don't need, like, someone's words, like, to, like, help me get through that, I guess you mean. There's, like, different scenarios or different types of breakups that actually do want closure or do need closure, because sometimes people just break up because they break up, or, like, sometimes it's mutual. So, like, you just don't need that closure. You just need time apart, like, to work on yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sometimes people aren't feeling the relationship anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of stuff. Oh, sorry. What were we gonna say?
Paolo, did you answer? Oh, wait, you did answer.
Yeah, he did. He just
I did?
Yeah.
About the closure?
Oh, so I got hung up on the Taco Fest stuff.
Yeah, we're looking sad
I'm
about
actually
Taco
so
Fest.
sad about that.
Oh,
I'm
Paolo.
so sad.
We might be able to make it. We might.
Wait, did you guys sign up for concessions?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what day though.
But okay.
Wait, Paolo, did you answer?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I was gonna say one more thing about closure.
I did.
I saw this thing where this guy was like, what closure do you need after a breakup? Because once that person, or once you or you guys both choose not to be together, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
That's all you need to know to get past it, because it's like, why are you gonna sit there and beg for somebody to stay in your life when they don't want to be?
Exactly.
That's facts, yeah.
You know, because I can't even say anything about it, but it's just like, it's hard not to want to keep telling that person, hey, we can make this work. But after that person tells you, like, I'm not feeling it, I don't want to be with you, after you hear it, like, what else do you need?
That's all you need, honestly.
It's
So
sad,
yeah.
but
So that's why I feel like closure is like something you do on your own, like something you move on from, like moving on and stuff like that. That's something that you have to do on your own. You have to figure out for yourself.
Yeah. So to lighten up the mood a little bit, because we've been going downhill.
We got these deep questions.
What Kayla said was kind of deep.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true though. Yeah.
If you think about it, like, it's. I'm just like speechless. But if you actually think about it, once that person or once you tell your significant other, I don't want to be with you, like, say that I'm breaking up with somebody and I tell them I don't want to be with them, but yet like they just keep asking questions and things like that, like you're hurting that person by letting them ask you all these questions and like when they're sitting there like begging you to stay with them, like you're hurting them by letting them do that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And why would you want to hurt somebody purposely? And if the person is breaking up with you, why are you sitting there like begging for somebody to stay with you when you know they already told you they don't want to? And if it's mutual breakups are hard.
Speaking of relationships, and to lighten the mood up a little bit, since we went to the gym today, do you think it's fine to work out with your significant other?
Wait, like after the breakup?
No. We're done with breakups, bro.
No, in general.
Just in general. Do you think it's good to work out with your significant other?
Okay. I don't work out that much because I've been on a very like long break, but I will say last time I did, because I like the fact that because I have my own routine and my own workout and what I do.
Not to be fair,
And,
I don't blame if you don't do Brian's workouts.
Yeah,
Brian's workouts are insane.
So like
God.
I've done Brian's back and by before. I remember that.
Love back and by.
But I like do my own thing, and so I like the fact that we like go to the gym together, sure, and then we like separate because we've done this before. Like we've done this like once, and then we like go to the gym, then we separate and do our own thing, and then we meet up at, like later, and then we get like food together or something like that.
No, I always see those like couples like I'm like working out, right, and like I see in the corner they're like cuddling and all that.
I hate that shit,
Like,
bro.
So I mean, it's not a bad thing to work out with your partner. It's just that
Oh, like but like
don't
just
do all that.
Do PDA, like
No, yeah.
you put the sweaty, bro.
I'm
Like,
so
I don't wanna
tired of
see that.
PDA, bro.
It's musty.
PDA pisses me off.
In my experience, I think that
What?
I don't know. Also in the future, like I don't know if I would want to work out with my significant other because I feel like I would just get distracted, and it's also like my alone time. Like for me, gym is like therapy. And
It is
like,
therapy.
It's like my alone time to myself, and it's not that like if I'm dating the person, it's not like I don't want to talk to them, I don't want to be around them, but it's like this is like time to myself, you know.
I feel like for the most part, it's fun to work out with your significant other once in a while, but I find myself getting really distracted. And normally when I go to the gym, I'm like focused. I'm like I'm thinking of nothing else but freaking lifting that heavy ass weight. That's all I want to think about. And then I just see my girl over here on the side like doing something goofy, and I just like forget about everything. But I do think like I really like it when I work out by myself because it's like my time. And just like as Kayla said, and I feel like I don't get a lot of me time, so the gym is like my place to like be 100% me.
No, yeah, because like personally, I also like working out by myself. Cause like,
wow, you don't like working out with me?
Oh
no.
I either like working out by myself or with my friend Caroline. Caroline, if you're watching this, shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out Caroline.
Because
Shout out Caroline. Is that the one I saw at the gym today?
Yeah, that's the one you saw at the gym.
You have a cool leg tat.
You do have a cool leg tat. But I either like working out by myself or with her because I don't mind working out with other people and like working in, but I also like it just kind of depends on my mood because, you know, if it was a rough day, like I'm just trying to get my workout in and like focus on myself, and like my mindset has to be focused like on me.
Wow, you don't like working out with your sib?
No, it was fine. Dude, literally all throughout the whole workout, I swear he was going to pass out. I was like, are you okay?
That's what I look like more normally. Paolo can vouch.
Yeah. I love his workout face.
Yeah. No, I get really lightheaded when I work out.
Dude, I actually thought you were going to pass out.
It's like, because Kayla's never worked out with me, it's like a normal thing for me to do that.
Bro.
So don't worry about me.
I was concerned.
I'm doing my own thing.
Him and our big Denny, they were doing hip abductors with me, and I put
hip abductors, bro.
I put it on like 220, and Kyle gets on. He's like, Kayla, I can't even go full range of motion.
Dude, I think that's my full range of motion. I don't think I can go anymore, bro. I'm not flexible like that. But then after I started doing it, I was like, shit, I got a nice ass.
No, because when he was doing like 205, and he was like, I can't do full range of motion, and then he puts it on 220. It was fine.
I just needed a warm up.
What? That makes no sense.
He's like dying. He just looks at me. Damn, I have a nice ass.
I can't stand
Good
it when
shit,
people
Kyle.
like groan really loud. They're like,
Oh my god. What?
3, 4.
And then the mood changed. Look in the mirror. Damn. Good shit, Kyle.
How do you guys feel about people at the gym who like, you know, like sometimes you walk past a mirror and you're like, oh, like I want to see what I look like real quick. But how do you guys feel about people who like will stand there for like 3 minutes
And
and
be
like
like,
saying
No,
like,
Kayla, I was doing cables. There's this like Asian dude, like big buff Asian dude. This man kept flexing for 10 minutes straight.
You're gonna talk about me. I swear you thought it was like, shit, what is he gonna say about me? I don't flex that long in the mirror, guys. I just want to see the gains. Because I was a fat kid growing up, so I just like seeing the progress.
This man over the summer would FaceTime me and just start flexing. I'm like, I was just hanging out.
I
with
would
him.
not do that.
Yes, you would. Like, Paul, look at the pump. Yeah.
I do that as
I'm
a
like,
joke.
I'm like doing chemistry. I'm like, okay.
I do that as a joke because it's funny.
Speaking of the gym, I have a question.
Yeah.
One of my friends was saying like she couldn't see herself talking or like having a relationship with somebody who doesn't work out because she works out. Because she said she tried talking to this guy once, but he does like nothing concerning the gym.
Ooh.
And it just wasn't working because like she would like talk about it and things like that. And I don't know, do you guys feel like...
No, yeah, definitely. Since I've been like in the lifestyle of not going to the gym and going to the gym, I feel like as much as you say is like, oh, it's a joke, it's a lifestyle. It definitely is. Gym is definitely a lifestyle.
Gym is
it's like,
life.
it's part of your life.
J-I-M.
Gym rat.
And if you can't relate to someone who doesn't go to the gym, it's hard to connect to that person, you know?
Fairlife, sponsor us, please.
Because if you spend a majority of your time...
Kayla, we can't do that.
We can't do that.
sorry. Don't sponsor us.
That's not even Fairlife. That's Core Power.
That's fair life.
Oh, shit. I'm
Oh my
stupid.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I'm so stupid. No, but like, no.
Like,
on,
definitely not gonna sponsor us
on the
now.
real, like if you're trying to be in a relationship with someone who's like a big part of their life is the gym and they don't do that, like it's hard to relate to that person. It's like the same thing if like you have a really big hobby and like you met that person through that hobby and you connect through that hobby. Yeah.
There's not like other hobbies to like connect with?
No, there is, but like if you are in the gym a lot and you love the gym and you always envision yourself being with someone who loves the gym too, it's hard to connect to someone who doesn't go to the gym.
Okay.
And not saying not going to the gym is bad. Like you can do whatever the fuck you want in life.
Damn.
Okay, I wouldn't say that it's hard to connect with the person because I don't think it would make a difference if you found connections in different areas of your life, you know? But like you said, like if someone is serious about the gym and works out consistently, like it is a lifestyle. Like we both, like what, you have a 5-day split, I have a 6-day split. Like,
Yeah, and I have a 2-day split.
Eat, sleep.
eat, sleep, gym. No, literally all I do, eat, sleep, gym, school, dance.
On God.
Dance.
Pod. YouTube.
Pod,
YouTube.
TikTok.
Yeah, but I think it really is. Me personally, it's hard for me to like be with someone who doesn't like the gym.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Sometimes it's like hard to connect to Kyle. You know?
Guys, get a room.
Stop. This is why we have to
Kayla
separate.
just here. Like,
This is why we're in the middle,
Yeah, exactly.
guys.
There's gonna be so much PDA if they're next to each other.
Do you guys have any other questions or should I ask another one?
Yeah, ask another question.
Okay, this is like not related to relationships, but
Finally. I didn't know we were a relationship pod.
do you guys believe that everything happens for a reason, or do you believe in luck, or do you believe in a little bit of both?
Okay, Paolo, you can start.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking.
Okay.
You can start.
Okay.
Did you start?
I
I already have my
think
answer.
no. Okay, you can say you said luck, right? I think I feel like luck is not even luck. I feel like luck is something that happens for a reason. Cause I do think that something happens for a reason. I do think you meet people at the right time at the right moment. I do believe that. I don't believe that the universe just hands you stuff. I also don't believe that the universe just gives you things. I feel like you work for what you get.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Exactly. So. No, but like I said, I think everything happens for a reason based off of how you live, how your mindset is, and how you go about your life.
Yeah, me personally, I feel like there's no such thing as luck. I don't believe in luck. I feel like you got to work for what you want. Like, for example, this podcast, it won't be luck if we blow up, because we're working hard, we're putting in the work every day, and then eventually people will see that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's like with anything. Like, if you work out, there's no luck. You're not gonna get buff overnight. Like, you gotta work for it.
Exactly.
You gotta work for your grades. You gotta work to get that job. You gotta work for that relationship. So there's no such thing as luck, in my opinion.
No, I think it can be also related to being more proactive than reactive.
Yeah.
Instead of just blaming dang, I'm just
Yeah,
unlucky.
exactly.
You gotta be
you gotta make yourself
you
lucky.
gotta make yourself lucky.
Exactly. No, that's the best way I can put it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I had a perspective change because up until college, or I think what I would say last year, I would believe that everything happens for a reason. I believed that I do believe that you meet people in your life for a reason, and whether or not they serve purpose in your life is up for your discretion. But after I spent a weekend with my brother in Virginia Beach, and yeah, and after I asked him this question, I was like, do you guys believe in luck, or do you believe that everything happens for a reason? And when I say you guys, I mean my brother and my sister-in-law, right? And what they responded with really changed my perspective. They said no, they don't believe in luck, and they don't believe that everything happens for a reason, because they've worked so hard towards their business that they believe that they got where they are because of their hard work.
Yes.
They don't believe they don't believe that this happened so that this couldn't happen. For example, he was trying to lease out this one building, and it didn't work out, and it ended up being his new location is way better for foot traffic than what he originally had. But he didn't see it as, oh, the first building didn't work out for a reason. He saw it as, the first building didn't work out because I didn't want it to work out. Because he worked towards that. So now my mindset has changed and my perspective has changed, and I'm dang, you're right. In my opinion, I feel everything you have in life, like Kyle was saying, you work for it.
Also, if I win the lottery, that's luck. Help me win the lottery, guys. Scratch off.
Bro, imagine winning the lottery.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
so much.
bro.
No, that's such a pain.
What would you guys do with $1 million?
Why is it
Invest it.
Do you
what
know-
would we do with $1 million?
Invest.
I would invest it.
I'll invest that. No,
I'm gonna put it in S&P 500.
I will do real estate investing with that.
Yeah, no.
Come on, guys.
But
A more exciting answer.
What'd you say?
let's get
What'd you
off.
say?
Let's get back on the tracks.
I don't remember what Kayla
She was
asked me
saying
something I forgot.
she was saying how you need to work for what you do.
Oh yeah, my brother and I were talking about how everything you have in life, you work towards it, and I think for him it comes from a perspective of new topic. Okay, are your parents immigrants?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Okay,
They were, but they became citizens, so they.
but they immigrated.
They
here.
immigrated.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
immigrants from Jew.
Hi, Jinju.
No, okay, no, okay. My dad was born here, and then my mom just came here with my dad.
Okay,
So I don't think it's not.
I'm asking this question because it kind of relates to how I was saying you work for everything you have in life, because a lot of people in my high school would see the neighborhood I lived in and the car that I drove and be like, oh, that's so nice, she's rich and she has all these things, but
Yeah, I hate it when
that's
people
not
call me
even
rich.
like that, because my parents and my grandparents, they worked their ass off so that we could have those nice things. You know what I mean? And it relates to how I was saying you work for everything you have in life. People really don't know who you are, and a lot of people just make assumptions.
Yep.
I feel like people will see my apartment, the house I have, the car I drive, the stuff I have. Most of the stuff that I have, my parents either worked really hard for it, or I worked really hard for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just make a lot of assumptions thinking this and that, but
No,
Yeah,
that's definitely true.
I definitely come from a similar background like you. My parents worked for everything they had. A lot of people don't know what my parents went through, and they just assume, oh, you have a big house. Oh my gosh, you have a nice car. Oh, you have this. But my parents, when we moved to Texas, we lived in a small house that could barely fit us. And we were living, we had to rent it out. And now, like, my parents worked hard for the 8 years that they've been in Texas, 9 years, and they were able to buy that house and they were able to buy that car. And it's just frustrating to hear people like discredit your parents. I don't even care if they discredit me, but my parents who worked really hard to get to where they are, it's low-key heartbreaking.
Yeah,
I definitely
like
agree.
my dad and like my dad's family, they came here from Vietnam when my dad was 16, and usually you'd be like a junior in high school, but because of like language barriers and like how education is different, he was a freshman at the age of 16. And he always tells me stories about how, like, you know, back in Vietnam, they would literally go outside and pick out like grains of rice just for dinner to feed their family of like 6 people, you know, and people don't know that about you. And he came here and he worked really hard. And my mom, like, she grew up in New Orleans, like in the project, like living in trailer parks and stuff. But people, like, when you see people from a surface, like, you really don't know what goes on in their life and how they got to where they were. And I hate when people make assumptions, because it's like, you don't know how hard my parents worked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I definitely.
Oh, I have a lot of respect for immigrant parents. They literally come from nothing and then they make something with their life, and it's really cool. Especially if you're starting like a family restaurant, or like if you do a business, that's really hard.
Yeah.
And to see a business succeed is even harder.
I think that if I didn't come from a family of immigrants, like, I don't think I would appreciate my life as much as I do. Because when you think about it, like, obviously we all have our own issues, but I feel very privileged to be able to live in America.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
have this education and have everything that, you know, my parents worked for. And, you know, like, they came here so that I could have a better life, you know? And thinking about that, like, you just don't want to disappoint them.
That's true.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like it's not just immigrant parents. I think I respect anybody who can like come from projects, come from poor, like dirt poor,
Yeah.
and then work their way up, build themselves, have a new family, have kids, have everything, have a house over their family's head.
Yeah.
I respect any parent who can do that.
Yeah, because even my mom, like, she was born in the U.S., but she came from like the projects.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the same.
Wait, am I the only immigrant here?
Yeah. Paulo,
Wait.
Oh.
Paulo's from the
crazy, yeah.
Philippines.
You're from
Oh,
the
yeah.
Philippines?
Yeah.
Girl, I didn't know that.
10 years in the Philippines.
I did
baby.
not know that.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Oh, Papa.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I personally, as an immigrant, I've like experienced like going through like the immigration process, because that shit was like a pain.
Oh yeah, that
bro.
shit's a pain in
like,
the ass.
Because
bro.
like the immigration office was literally like 2 hours away from where I live, and like traffic in the Philippines, like, it's basically impossible to drive a car in the Philippines.
You gotta walk.
Yeah, so
jeepney.
basically you would go from train to train to train, jeepney, taxi. So like, and we did that for like probably like a month or 2 straight just to get like our green card.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's
Every
my dad went through
morning.
that similar process.
So yeah,
and
I have a lot of
sucks
respect
ass.
for immigrants, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, especially being one and like experiencing myself.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I've definitely, since I'm not an immigrant. I was born here, but I saw my dad went through it when I was little, and he didn't become a U.S. citizen until I was like 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. And I would see the process of like what he would do, and it's literally heartbreaking, like to see like how much work it is to be a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
not easy.
it is not.
Yeah, that's why, like, I think in episode 1 I was talking about how, you know how when we were talking about, like, in middle school we wanted to be white so bad,
Yeah.
but now we all love our culture so much.
Mhm.
I, like, learned how to appreciate it so much more because of maturing mentally and realizing, like, dang, like, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got to be grateful for the life you were given.
Yeah.
And I'm honestly really proud to be my race, which is
Filipino.
Pinoy
You
boy.
mean your
Swag Pino
ethnicity?
baby.
Ethnicity,
I
my bad.
love being
Uh-huh.
Viet and Chinese. I love my culture.
I think it's very good to have like pride for your country.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it sucks that we went through a time where we didn't want to be our particular race
But I think a lot of
or ethnicity. I'm sorry.
A lot of Asian Americans have gone
I
through
feel like
that.
a lot of Asian Americans and a lot
Yeah.
of POC in general, like, I feel like a lot of us have gone through
Yeah,
similar things, and it's
exactly.
because we're in America.
It's just hard, you know. You just see everyone around you. You're just different.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you try to
And,
fit
yeah.
in, and you just
Yeah,
do
because
that.
you're not surrounded by like your own like culture and all
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
because you're not
the same
around
ideals
it.
as you.
Exactly.
Guys, part of the reason I chose to study at Virginia Tech is because I knew there would be like multiple Asian orgs because I wanted to be around people who shared the similar cultures to me and things that I could relate to that I couldn't really relate with anyone in high school and middle school.
That's the same.
Yeah, honestly, like I think VT is probably like the most I've been surrounded by like Asians.
Yeah, no,
actually.
Because like high
like people in color, in general too.
Yeah. But mostly Asians.
But no, I definitely agree.
With that, how do you guys feel about the model minority myth?
Can you elaborate?
Yeah.
Okay. In simple terms, the model minority myth is when one group of minorities are looked at as having a higher like socioeconomic status than other POCs or other minority groups. And in this case, a lot of the times people look towards Asian Americans because Asian Americans have the stereotype of being lockers.
Being smart.
I was trying to say doctors and lawyers.
Lockers.
Being doctors, lawyers, being
Engineers,
good at math, engineers,
IT.
and things like that. A lot of people stereotype Asians as, you guys know, like people are like, oh, aren't you good at math? Like things like that.
Oh, I said that I was a lot when I was a kid. Like everyone was like, oh, you're Asian, you can do this math.
It's because
like, can you help me with my homework?
It's because of like model minority myth, you know?
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel about that?
Low key, it's so annoying when like a person I barely know would be like, oh, do you know a good ramen place? Or like, oh, do you know a good pho place? I'm like, I mean, I do, but like,
that assumption though, like that right then and there, yeah, exactly.
But if it's like a close friend, that's fine.
But yeah,
I don't really care.
But no, it's just that assumption at the start, like, oh, you're Asian. Oh, you should know like all the Asian other culture stuff of Asian because we're all grouped into
I
one.
get looked at sideways when I don't listen to K-pop. I'm like, dang, what?
Yeah, for real.
But no, I don't. That's just how.
No,
I
that
get annoyed
happened to me when I listened to K-pop when I got here. Like people like looked at me where I'm like, yeah, I don't listen to K-pop, so what?
I'm Korean. I said I don't listen to K-pop that much, and they looked at me like, I'm like, I'm sorry. Like,
do you listen to country music? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
I kind of stopped listening to K-pop when I came here. Well, I was really I listened to it in high school because I thought it brought me closer. Okay. But I know I just went to a Blackpink concert, but like that's besides the point. My parents wanted me to go to a Blackpink concert because my sister wanted to go to one. But I've been listening to more Filipino like pop music and my culture's music, and listening to R&B and Bad Bunny, baby. But I feel like I don't really need to listen to K-pop in order to like feel Asian, you know?
And I was asking about this because one of my social classes is sociology of race and ethnicity, and it was talking about the model minority myth, and it said that like a lot of people have the association with Asian Americans as having like just being smarter because of standardized test results and things like that. But I feel like people don't talk about the fact that I think it's a cultural thing. I think people forget to realize that in a lot of Asian cultures, academics is emphasized a lot.
Yeah,
and
for sure, yeah.
And you have to live up to a certain standard in order to feel like you're not really disappointing your parents or your family. And I think it comes from a cultural perspective. I agree with that. And
for sure.
I also think when people emphasize model minority and people come up to you and they're like, oh, aren't you smart, aren't you this, aren't you that, it puts so much pressure on you to live up to those standards, because sometimes I do feel like I'm not smart enough as an Asian person because of the pressures of people thinking that you're smart, that you're this, that you're that, and it's really frustrating because then I feel like I can't live up to certain standards.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like something I think that's like really unfunny, like a joke that's unfunny is like, oh, like don't you eat dog and all that.
Yeah,
like I'm just like
that joke. Fuck
oh my god,
like,
this guys, sorry,
go ahead, go pop off.
Pop off.
In middle school, I had a dog, and his name was Topi, and he was really cute.
Topi's such a cute name. Oh my gosh.
I named him Topi because I couldn't pick between Toby and Opie. Like O-P-I. So his name was Topi.
Oh, that's cute.
Right? And I think he was like he was a Yorkie poo. And
York.
I had him for probably a good couple of months in middle school, and then I had to give him away because I was so busy with like dance, acting, singing, and everything with that. So we had to give him away, and I told my quote unquote friend that I gave him away, and she was like, "Are you sure you didn't eat him?"
That's fucked. I hate jokes. Like Asian jokes are like, okay, whatever.
They're
but if you bring up
jokes, like they're not even jokes. They're just microaggressions, and they're so normalized that it's so. Guys, I could rant about this forever.
Yeah.
It's so annoying, and And going back to like wishing that you were white in like middle school and elementary school, I remember like if I would bring like cultural food, ethnic food to
Same.
school, like
I was gonna bring
people,
that up.
Yeah,
people would be
exactly.
like, "Oh, that
I'm low-key
smells like
traumatized.
this,
Oh,
this,
it
and
looks
that."
disgusting.
It
I'm
made me
so
not-
traumatized
it
from
made me
eating
not wanna
Filipino
bring
food.
my food
Exactly.
to school.
Me too. I
Like,
stopped bringing food because
people
of that.
clown you for like bringing rice, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't wanna
the
eat your
seaweed,
PB.
You know the seaweed.
I'm sorry,
the
I
dry
don't
seaweed?
want hot pocket.
I know. If
like
I got
Lunchables.
Guys,
Yeah.
like, girl,
There's a
I'm not
very
trying to
heated
eat your
topic.
PB&J.
But
Put some
okay,
flavor.
I was really traumatized in like elementary school because I would bring my lunch every day and I would get made fun of and like it would smell that to the point where I didn't eat Filipino foods for a long time and I was really traumatized by it. And my parents were always like, "Oh, you're so picky because you're not eating Filipino food." It's not because of that. It's because like I was made fun of
Right,
for
exactly.
bringing Filipino food all the time and it's smelling different from like a friggin' peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
exactly.
That I just wanted to stay away from it and I just didn't want to deal with that
You know
anymore.
what's funny? There's this one girl that stands out that made fun of me for bringing like Korean food for lunch. And then it was like elementary school. She went to the same school as me from elementary school, middle school, and high school. So I followed her to middle. Like I ended up knowing her in middle school, and like I see her like into like all these Asian cultures. Like because apparently like during COVID we all like blew up kind of. I guess like Asian culture. Like
Yeah, we blew
K-pop,
up, baby.
Like K-pop anime stuff. And then I see her so into that. I'm like, you know, like 5 years ago you made fun of me for bringing
That's
that.
literally
Exactly.
I get so mad.
Exactly,
I get so mad when I see like that happen.
Exactly.
When people used to make fun of me for liking K-pop or listening to or eating food of my culture
Exactly.
or doing Filipino things, and then they're over here like, "Oh, let's go to Korean barbecue.
Let's
eat
try
at
this.
pho.
Oh my god,
go to
let's do this
ramen."
because it's all like a popular thing that it's a trend now, and so
Yeah.
now people are like into
Asians
it.
are cool now.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm just like, you did not treat us like this when I was growing up. Why do you think I'm like this? Why do you think I'm traumatized about this? Because you didn't treat this. Oh my God,
Yeah,
it's just,
if I didn't go through the stuff that happened when I was a child getting made fun of, I would probably be really happy that people are eating like Korean barbecue or ramen. But now I just feels like you used to make fun of me and now
It
you're
seems
on the
fake.
hype train.
You know,
Yeah.
I
It
would-
feels so fake.
I would be happy, like, oh, you're experiencing stuff from my culture, but it's like, nah, you fake for that.
Yeah,
And
for real.
I also saw, like, with the model minority myth, there's also a connotation, like, some people will look at Asian Americans as not minority enough
Yeah.
because
that.
of the model minority myth, you know, but we are still people of color, and a lot of people forget that.
No, yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree with that.
Yeah.
It was I feel like if you grow up now as a kid being Asian, it would be fine. But like 5-10 years ago, it was kind of hard to be an Asian
No,
American.
it's
hard.
nice that society has like kind of changed to like appealing to Asians and all that.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm really happy that we're moving up in society. It's just why did our generation have to deal with the repercussion of it?
We had to take the bullet, I guess.
Yeah,
I
we do.
hated when I was younger when people would be like, oh, like they would make quote unquote jokes and I would get offended or upset and they'd be like, oh, you can't take a joke. It's not a joke.
It's not
You're
a
just
joke.
flat out racist.
That's
Those
just
are
rude.
microaggressions, and a lot of people use Asian Americans as scapegoats.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's very frustrating to hear like that kind of stuff, and then they call you like, oh, you're sensitive. It's like, no,
Dude,
you're just
like-
being rude.
Although I will say like the Asians being smart at math, like, you know,
Yeah, that
like over the time, like I used to get a little offended by it, but like now I'm just like, thank you.
Thank you. I'm terrible at math, but thank you.
I think there's a difference between things like that when people are like, oh, like, aren't you good at math? Like, yeah, like when your friends say that, right? And then if it's somebody that comes up to you and like they say some racist shit, like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
no,
didn't
I
you
hate
your
that.
dog?
Yeah, like I
Or
don't know.
they're
Like,
like,
If we're
exactly.
chill,
Oh.
it's fine.
Guys, you would think by the time you're in high school, you were mentally mature enough not to say stupid things. But this one time, literally the week before schools all shut down, like 2020 of March,
Oh, yeah,
right?
uh-huh.
I was sitting in the hallway in my high school doing schoolwork, and somebody walked past me, and they were like, "You got COVID?"
That's
Fuck
fucked.
no.
I literally, I stood up and I was
nah.
like, "Why would you say that?" And they were like, "You're Asian," and I was like,
Oh,
People
hell
are
no.
dumb.
No, that's when. Okay, that's when we got a lot of Asian hate. It was during COVID.
Yeah, we had a lot.
Because-
I was
yeah,
dead ass scared for my grandparents.
No, yeah, people would
'Cause
literally
those-
attack Asians, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
Just
Asians,
because
like,
they were walking
stores.
on the street and they get attacked because they're like, oh my god, you have a virus. Oh my god,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be out here.
You
shouldn't
just
be-"
get looked at
I'm like,
sideways. Like,
Or like
no,
the-
yeah.
there was this one time I took my grandparents to the grocery store during like COVID and everything, when everyone still had masks and everything like that. And people were just looking at us different, and I was just like, girl.
No, I was at a hospital, and we was like I was just having a monthly checkup, like, you know, my little physical done or whatever. I had like these two people. It was like a mom and her kid. I was walking, like, me and my mom were walking this way, and we were walking the opposite way. I see those two sway away to like the other side of the hallway, just to like avoid us or keep some distance between us. I'm like, this is like, no, like, why? Like, just because we just got so much hate during that time.
There is no statistics proven that because you're Asian, you have a higher chance of having COVID.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I also hated about that time? Like when we were kids, when I used to watch anime and I used to make fun of, or people used to make fun of me for watching it.
Yeah.
And now
anime is so popular now.
Now it's like,
now
if you don't watch anime, you're weird.
Exactly. And those people that made fun of us like before, like now watching anime and like talking about like, oh my god, did you see Death Note? Oh my god, did you see that?
Gosh.
I'm like,
yeah, I watched that when I was 10, motherfucker. Do you guys feel like you're more pressured to do a career that your parents want you to do? Since we're Asian American and they worked hard, do you think you have to be like an engineer, an IT, or a doctor?
I feel like since they like bash that into our brains like as like a young age, I feel like, at least personally, like I think my only options are that.
Yeah.
And like I only see interest in those like career paths, you know. But like, you know, if I could be successful in anything, like just snap my fingers, I could be successful in it, I would be an actor.
Oh, okay.
Papa, I'll put you on. Give you my contact.
No, definitely.
If hook me up with everything, bro.
If I wasn't a CS major, I would definitely be doing like YouTube full time. Like, I would definitely try to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
That's different.
Okay, I think that my experience is a little bit different because I started acting when I was really young, and it was something that I wanted to do, and my parents were so supportive about it, and I'm very, very appreciative of it. But at this moment, acting is sort of on a back burner for me, and I'm focused on school more so because I know that my parents want me to have a backup plan, because acting is not guaranteed, or dance or anything like that. Anything in the entertainment industry, guys, the entertainment industry is crazy. Like,
yeah, it's hard.
It's so hard because so many people want to do it, and it's not a guaranteed way of supporting yourself in your life and like your future family.
Oh, I was saying of making a stable income.
Yeah, and
wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
What's your major again? I'm just curious.
I just switched it to sociology, but I'm thinking about adding real estate.
Yeah,
go real estate.
But I'm just sort of in school more because of a backup plan, because I got really burnt out at one point acting so much. It started to feel like
No, I'll let Kayla finish her story.
Okay.
I'm not in anything big, guys. Like I'm not like famous or anything.
She's what is it?
Well, she was on a set.
She was in Rio.
What?
No, she was in Fresh Off the Boat.
I wasn't.
She was on Fresh Off the Boat, guys.
Rio. I don't know.
Kid number 13.
But I'm not like famous or anything like that. But I have been in like a couple commercials and things like that. And I got to a point of like burnout where it started to feel like a job rather than something I wanted to do. Because when I was younger, it was like, oh, this is fun, and money was a plus, right?
Okay,
yeah, for sure, yeah.
And because of the burnout, like now I just want to focus on school and have a backup plan, things like that.
I don't know, it's different for me because, right, I'm a CS major, but I'm a real estate minor also. But like for me, like growing up, I remember when I was like very little, I'm like, oh, I want to be a lawyer when I grow up. I never went that way. I never went that way. Anyways, but no, it was like this started like middle school, like really early middle school, probably like 6th grade or something like that. I really wanted to be like an engineer for some reason. Like that was the only, like technology was the only thing that grasped my attention.
Me too.
Yeah, it was like for some reason, I don't know what it was. It was like computers and technology. I got my first computer when I was like in first grade.
Me too.
Yeah.
All I ever wanted to do is entertain people. Like I've been dancing for like 16 years. Like I love dancing. I love acting.
Me too.
Me too, guys.
But no, for me, that's why me becoming like a CS major and like doing all this stuff, like this stuff I want to do. Like I want to become this. Like it's not like, I guess it's a plus for me, the fact that it is like good money, the fact that I am like, it's under my parents' standards or something like that, you know. So it's more like a plus for me. I'm just lucky to find that. I know that there's a lot of people out there that don't find that and like have to do it because of their parents. Yeah. But no, that's just
I was like, because like my family's like full of doctors basically, so like it's kind of weird being like an engineer. Like even my parents, like everyone asked me like hey, like, do you want to be a doctor? Like, I'm still like, no. Like, because like just like all that schooling, all that. Honestly, like, I love learning, but like not that much. And like, what do you call it? Like, I'm not as passionate as probably like Jinju to like engineering. Like I'm not even like that exposed to it, you know. But you know, I think engineering like suits my skill sets the best, and that's why I chose to do it.
Me personally, I've always been wanting to do like computer science or like anything IT related because I love computers.
Exactly.
But there's also a part of me that loves the idea of just like making people happy and like entertaining people, and that's why I like do the things I do, like the podcast or YouTube, because guys, I don't know if you guys I'm gonna talk about something that's a little like crazy, but I have a YouTube channel, and but no wait hear me out.
Not another one, bro.
No, but when we had like a little thing for Virginia Tech, I had a lot of subscribers come up to me and say, "Oh, I watched your videos. Oh my gosh, they were so good. Like, it really helped me with Virginia Tech and like helped me a little ease into it." And it was like, it honestly made my heart so full seeing the people who actually watch my videos rather than just a number on the screen, and having those personal interactions that people that actually like my channel and like me for who I am. It makes me want to do it more. It makes me want to be in the entertainment industry and like just make people like love what we do, you know?
I have a question, because I have like two sides too. I have a computer side, like a computer science side, and I have a business side.
Yeah, that's very understandable.
Because that's why I'm a real estate minor, because I just want to go full blown into that. Anyways, but I will say, do you think, because right now for me, I am getting a little wavered between like my business side and how focused I am on business side and how focused I am with my CS side. So do you think, like, for you, like, do you think it's like also wavering, like, oh, I want to be like on internet, I'm like focused on engineering, but no, I have to focus on CS? Like, do you ever think that?
100%.
Okay.
I've always, I'm not at a point where like I can decide between the two.
Right.
I have to keep working on both.
Both, exactly. Yeah.
But if I could choose anything, I would definitely choose doing this over anything else, because I love the idea of just making people happy watching our content, and rather than like being on a computer all day and maybe it doesn't really help that person, because who knows, maybe someone watching this podcast, it makes them happy, and that like fills me up more than being, oh, I typed this code.
That's why like I love dancing. Well, part of the reason I love dance is because it's like, you know, we're saying how like gym is therapy. For me, like dance is also like therapy, and like it's also just like seeing people being like, oh, that's dope, like that's cool, like it is really validating, and it's like
dope.
Dope crew. Wearing our sister team merch. But it is really just validating, and you know, I've never seen a career for myself that's like an office job.
Yeah,
or
me too.
Even though I'm studying sociology and adding real estate, like I said, it's more of a backup because it's not what I would want. Like if everything was perfect, like I would be a movie star right now.
Bro, I'll be with you, bro.
Okay,
And I'll be vlogging the premiere.
The cameraman. Jinju will do like, I don't know, real estate or something.
No, because I'm like, I strive towards like money. Like that's what I do. I want to make money, and
Money.
but because like, I don't know, CS for me, like a CS is like a stepping stone of what I really want to do, like for business wise, because I need money to get into real estate. So like having that CS job, having that salary job will get me that money, and then like make me like have me move up and everything like that. So,
Wait, Kayla, did you know I was like basically a movie star
What?
in the Philippines?
What? Paolo, why have we never talked about us acting?
Because like I don't really bring it up too much, you know. It was a long time
Paolo
ago.
movie star?
Like,
Paolo's a movie star?
Like I think like in school I was popular because I would like do a lot of so like in school like I would like do like all these plays, and like literally like the people like in charge of the plays would like reach out to me personally to do the plays. But I think part of that like made me want to like be an entertainer kind of.
Yeah,
like, I like people. I like entertaining people a lot.
Yeah, I like seeing people smile over like stuff that we do.
I love making people happy.
It's really
That's why I love
therapeutic.
kids. Like I love playing with them because they're so happy. Like they're so simple. All you have to do is just sit there and give them attention. They're so happy.
And honestly, this podcast is just so therapeutic, and we can just come on here and just talk.
No, yeah.
Especially when we talk about like Asian American struggles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like the fact that I'm actually able to talk about it, like people are actually like people relate to it and like actually know where I'm coming from. It's actually really like it's actually really good.
You know what else is really cool and that makes me want to keep doing this podcast is that I feel like in the past couple of weeks of us doing this, I feel closer with you guys because I feel like I know more about you guys.
That's definitely true. Yeah.
Because we were a friend group, yeah, but like when we sit down and talk about actual real shit that happens in our life, it just makes me feel like we're like even closer as friends.
Right, because we did that like freshman year. I did that with like certain people. I feel like it wasn't just like all of us, like basically. Yeah.
And it's good to like have your close group of friends that you can rely on in school. And this podcast is just really, I feel like it brought us closer together.
I think it did too, because like for me, like it's not the easiest for me to open up to people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just want to say, like, on Saturday was a little bit of a rough day for me, and I came over and I was talking to Kyle and Paolo about it, and they were actually giving me really good advice and being really good friends. And I think that, you know, if we hadn't had conversations prior, I wouldn't have felt comfortable talking about it.
Yeah. I think it takes a lot of courage and guts to come on this pod and talk about real shit that happens to you.
Stuff that isn't talked about a lot.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, like, it's hard to talk about the things we talk about. And it takes courage and guts to like say like, oh, like I hated the way I felt being an Asian American, or like, oh, I hated doing this and that. But
or even just like, you know, talking about our personal experiences when it comes to relationships. That's just hard to talk about.
Yeah, it's hard not to stop yourself from talking about it, but I think that we care about each other enough where like we can do that. And we can talk about personal shit and we'll share it with you guys. So I think this is a good place to end off the 4th episode of the pod.
Any thoughts?
Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Talk your shit, Panda.
Guys, drop down
a name.
Drop a name.
Yeah, we'll pick the best one that we think is good.
Yeah, but
Alright, sign us out.
So next week we're gonna have an all guys pod and an all girls pod.
Yeah. 2 pods in 1 week.
Wait,
Wait.
So like it's gonna be like H1.
Okay.
But,
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
All guys and all girl pod. I can't wait.
But I'm really thankful for you guys watching our content and hitting the like buttons. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and I just want to thank you guys so much for that. It makes it so much easier to do this podcast when I see that, or we see that people like it, and we read your comments.
We do.
Even the haters. Even the haters. Even the haters read your comments.
We love you too, guys.
Thank you for the views. But let's end off this pod. My camera's about to die. We're SSP. I'm Kyle.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Jinju.
Follow.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.